Okay, good morning, everyone. Um, my name is Wole Soboyejo, Provost at WPI. And really, it's my pleasure to welcome you to this special session on the future of the Middle East. For our alums and for many of our students, faculty, and stakeholders, partners in this global endeavor, we start uh, thinking about this idea of theory and practice represented by the two towers and the goal of our global school, which is to add this third tower of impact, according to the vision of our president. Next, please. And so, as we kind of celebrate the launch of our global school, we're organizing these series of events to really bring us together as a global community. And we've had so far three of these global events. The launch that was held in October of last year, a special feature on Africa in November, and then a feature on Latin America in December. Today, it's truly a pleasure to welcome all of you to the fourth in our series of virtual events of the Global School, where we will really focus on thinking about the future of the Middle East. And our goal is to bring together all our key stakeholders, partners, alums, students, staff, faculty, into a discussion on our global programs and how we can really work together at this particular moment in time to use our STEM focus to address grand challenges and opportunities across the world. And in the Middle East, some of the themes include a focus on water and also a focus on global development. And for me, I like to think that pictures say a lot. And so I think nowhere in the world is development more apparent than in the Middle East. And so I want to start with just some pictures to tell the story. Next, please. If you look today at the picture of the Middle East today, it is clear evidence of incredible development over a short period of time. And these are pictures of Dubai today with an amazing announcement to the world of what the Middle East is going to be over time. And as we look at these pictures from some of the tallest and most impressive structures and skylines in the world, we really see a picture of a Middle East that is emerging and is growing in ways that are connecting to the future of work. Next, please. And this is true for Israel as well, where I've just taken these pictures that show different areas of Israel that are growing in ways that are truly spectacular and representative of what the Middle East is and what it will be. And these are not just towering skyscapes. Next, please. But they're also growth that's built on kibbutzes that are really learning how to transform the desert into very productive agricultural land, built on cutting edge technology, built on ecotourism, and nurturing many, many generations into a culture that's truly sustainable, that can be shared with the world. And with these kind of capabilities, we see the opportunities to take our projects, to take our collaborations in ways that can inform not just the Middle East, but other parts of the world. Next, please. And as you go beyond that, the excitement of the kind of unique entertainment and the kind of unique opportunities that we have in desert safaris that really create unique lifestyles that harness modernity and traditional approaches into the excitement of the 21st century. And as we go beyond this, next please, we see therefore a Middle East that spans across from North Africa, across the pyramids in Egypt, all the way through the mountains and valleys of Lebanon to the modern cities in Qatar, and the amazing development is going on in places like Turkey, which is the gateway to the east and the west, and the opportunities to rebuild Iraq in ways that could connect to our global projects. And so this is, in my mind, a great opportunity for us to engage in partnerships and hopefully try to add value through collaboration with our partners across the Middle East. Next, please. So what do we bring to this? So for us at WPI, as we think about our global school, we see this as a global impact platform where we can bring our purpose-driven education, research, and outreach to work together with our partners to try to address local global challenges. And so, for example, in the Middle East, these might be challenges of water, or they may be challenges related to the environment. And we're trying to do this working with our partners to identify demand-driven group activities that can scale and that can have an impact through our collaborations with our partners. And so some of this is driven by research, some of this is driven by education and training, but really it's driven by partnership with different stakeholders that can hopefully work collaboratively with us in ways that allow us to co-create and contribute together to potential solutions. Next, please. So in the case of our projects in the Middle East, we're excited about Middle Eastern futures, to think about the Middle East beyond fossil fuels as a place where artificial intelligence, robotics, biomedical engineering will be part of what we bring into our collaborations with universities across the Middle East in ways that we hope will contribute to the lives of people. We're excited by the increasing role and profile of women, and as you can see from today's presentations, in ways that we believe will really drive the future beyond the COVID era. And we're excited, of course, about the role that we can play working together with partners in the Middle East to look at global challenges associated with water, which of course is a challenge in many places in the Middle East, but also an opportunity to learn from some of the solutions that are being tested and developed in the Middle East. Thinking about the energy beyond fossil fuels, and even with fossil fuels, what are the areas in which we can contribute? And some of the challenges, the environmental challenges in places like Dubai, where facade fires are the kinds of areas that our fire protection engineering department can contribute to as we work to help build the capacity to address those global challenges, which are increasing with increasing global warming. And then beyond that, we see the Middle East as a place that has developed well-tested solutions to challenges in agriculture, in desert environments, energy, and other areas in ways that can inform other global partnerships, especially in places like Africa, where climate and culture links some of these places in ways that are interesting. And so we see these opportunities, and next, we also see this as we bring together our speakers for today's session, who really represent some of our partners in the Middle East. They include alumni and in the Middle East who have taken the WPI background to the Middle East and made impact in their communities. So we're hoping to learn from them and their experiences as we try to shape our vision and our efforts for the future. We're also excited to welcome our project partners from the United Arab Emirates and Israel into this discussion. I believe also we have some partners from Saudi Arabia that will be joining us. And we really look to building on these relationships, deeper collaborations. We have some folks from the American University of Sharjah in the UAE and the American University of the Emirates, also in the UAE, with whom we're working on to develop joint programs. We also have a project center at AUS in UAE, where we send students to work with Joe Durayan on water projects, dealing with some of the challenges of the region. And at a higher level, we have our group in systems engineering that's working with the folks at the Technion to really build even stronger and deeper interactions with the Technion in this area and in others. And of course, we have representatives from ILAT, which is our project center in Israel, where Issa Baron and Asaf will tell us later about the great work that is being done to address some of the environmental issues. So with these partners, we truly value your contributions and the collaboration. And we really look forward to this discussion and how we can build on our growing relationships in ways that can enhance our combined impact. Next, please. And so for today, next, please. We're excited by this Middle Eastern Futures event as we continue with our special culture that we've started over the past few months to really invite keynote speakers that will really help us to identify key themes as we go forward. Last year, for the last 3 months, we had Robert Langer, who's the Edison of biomedical engineering, talk to us about his work on how to build big impact that address health global challenges. Ambassador Bafo Ajebawa from Ghana talked about how policy-related work can impact development. And Nobel laureate Carlos Nobre from Brazil presented his ideas on environmental conservation and climate change and what we can do with our efforts to really help to collaborate with his efforts in the Amazon to preserve the Amazon. Today, our special keynote speaker will be Malak Al-Kili. She will talk to us about Middle Eastern futures. And she's a great example of leadership that is emerging in the Middle East that we believe will have a transformational impact. Other future keynotes will include Mele Vent, who will talk about indigenous people, and our own Holger Dressler in the Future of Work session. Next, please. But for today, it's really my pleasure to kind of present the agenda. Our host will be Joe Durayan, who's a professor here at WPI, of course, in global studies. We'll have a panel discussion with a focus on Middle Eastern futures with Majid Zambaraji, class of 90, CEO of Time Express Parcels, Abhi Singh, VP for Academics at American University of Sharjah, Naif Al-Sudari, Vice President of ElSafe, Asaf Admon, who is our partner in ILAT, and Professor Issa Baron, who's really been very instrumental in building the Israel Project Center. We're excited to see what comes out of this panel discussion and also to feature student project video on water conservation for the work in the Middle East. And we look forward at the end of this session to a keynote by Malak Al-Kili, CEO of Golden Wheat for trading and co-partner in Golden Cayenne for oil and energy, that will look at shaping the post-pandemic transformation leaders. So it's an exciting program, and we hope that you will stay and participate in all of it. And with that, I'd like to basically hand this over to Joe Durayan, who will be our host for today.